An introduction to cosmetic tattooing. I'm Nikki Thompson. I'm the owner of Nikki's Tattoo Studio in Matthews, North Carolina, and I appreciate your interest. Today, I'm going to briefly explain 9 different procedures and share corresponding photos of them. Most people don't realize there's so many ways that tattooing can be used to help anybody that suffered from any type of cancer recovery or any type of situation that you just don't feel yourself in anymore. So let's start with my favorite thing, which is microneedling for scar revision. Tiny needles are used to create small injuries in the scar, which stimulate collagen to reproduce skin cells. That will encourage complete repair. 1 to 3 sessions spaced 1 month apart can completely smooth out scars. And if it doesn't completely smooth it out, it's going to at least give you a smoother canvas to do more work on and make the scars less noticeable. Next, we have microneedling for facial rejuvenation. That is the same process as microneedling for scars, but the face is numbed entirely, and then tiny needles are used to create small injuries over the entire face. This process activates fibroblasts deep in the skin, which boost collagen production, which in turn gives your face a renewed glow, volume, and it also will banish any wrinkles and brown spots that you have. This process is not painful as you would think it is, but it does, as you can see in the photos, it gives some huge results. Next in line, we're going to talk about camouflage with flesh tone. This is when any type of skin is depigmented from a surgery or an injury, and sometimes microneedling prior will promote repigmentation naturally. When it doesn't, I can mix colors that match the skin tone and layer them in softly via tattoo equipment over a couple sessions to achieve a seamless and beautiful feel. I wish you would go on my website and look at one of my clients who her entire face depigmented from a cosmetic procedure, and I was actually able to match her color at her jawline, and now she has just seamless color on her face constantly. Next, I'd like to talk about areola with 3D nipple. I think most cancer survivors or breast cancer survivors would be familiar with this. Surgery is going to be over for a year. That much time has passed and it's time to add lost color. I do so by drawing the shape and the size on first, just with cosmetic pencils. And then I'll be choosing a color palette suitable for your needs. Then tattooing a realistic areola and nipple using shadows to give dimension is done. This is where real artistry shows through. This is the most rewarding work I do, and I have done it since 2003. Next, we're going to talk about eyebrow tattooing. I specialize in eyebrows with hair strokes. I don't use a microblading tool for many reasons. I have done this technique long before microblading was around. And the way I do it is just really a tattoo technique, but the color is chosen by you with my help, and the size and shape is drawn on with eye pencil. I do this to make sure that you like the brow that you're having done. I don't want to give you your 20-year-old daughter's brow. I want to give you a brow that suits your face. I've also done this service since 2003. Next, we'll talk about eyeliner or eyelash enhancement. The area is completely numbed with a topical anesthetic. All my clients describe this procedure as a tickly vibration, so I have to believe that that's the discomfort level, even though people would think it would hurt a lot more. Bruising and swelling is very, very uncommon. I do use a second topical once the skin is broken, and that alleviates the chance of any bleeding happen Some people could bruise slightly, but it is more rare than it is common. The other thing that I do is an eyelash enhancement, and that's for a person that doesn't need, or a heavy line could look odd on, especially if you've lost all your lashes. An eyelash enhancement is a more subtle way to go, and that's created by little dots in the lash line. Very appropriate, again, if you've lost all your lashes. Next, we'll talk about full lip color or lip blushing. This is one of my favorite processes. It's a pleasant pop of color. It can redefine lost lips, lost lip lines, how sometimes our color just fades away and it looks like we don't have lips. This corrects that. And lipsticks are no longer necessary, although they can be worn over this. Say you go with a light pinky brown color, but you're going out for a special dinner and you want to do a dark plum. You can wear lipstick over it. It's not a problem. And then lip blushing is the same process where I would be coloring the entire lip, but in that process, I'm going to take and thin out my color for a bit less opacity. And all of these procedures are numbed with a topical before beginning. The next thing we'll talk about is SMP, or scalp micropigmentation. On some people, this could replace if you've lost all of your hair, but the most advantageous place that it is in balding spots, or if you have lost definition around your hairline, or you have a very much receding hairline, this can help build that back in. Like any of these processes, this too is a tattoo process, and several sessions are needed to create a full look. And then the last thing we're going to talk about today is my true passion, which is scar cover with tattooing. I just like to make you feel like you again. And I've often found that sometimes this is the only way to do that, is by camouflaging the scars, because they can be so traumatic to look at every day, and it can take you right back to everything you've been through. I do all custom work, so I'll be happy to work with you to design a special piece just for you, and one that will effectively cover your scars. For some of this work, we need to go back to our first subject and topic, which was microneedling on scars. Just like painting a wall in your house, sometimes if it's not properly prepared, then the scar can still show through. But this is something that you and I will work through together after a consultation. I appreciate you so much spending a little bit of time with me and learning about these nice processes that I do. If you want to learn more about it, my website is listed right here below. And there are lots more pictures on there, lots more information. And if you have any question, concerns, or you want to book with me, my email is my best way to reach out, 1995nts@gmail.com. And that 1995 comes from the year that I opened my business. So you're in good hands. Thank you so much.